we kind of put our trust in and turn to represent us as the players. And, I have open dialect with them. I can't say I've been on every single CBA call that's been open to the players. It just conflicts with everybody's schedule. That's impossible when there's 144 players. You can't line up a call that is going to work for every single person. So you have to be very intentional. And if you have questions, you can reach out to those people. And there's certainly been people that I've reached out to and had the communication with. So I think you just rely on that and rely on the people that are in those positions that you trust them, and they're going to do the best representing the entire group.
Something interesting is happening in the WNBA right now, and it all started with a few thoughtful words from Caitlin Clark. During a recent media conversation, Clark shared her perspective on the current moment surrounding the league, the players, and the future of women's basketball. Her comments were calm and measured. She wasn't attacking anyone, and she wasn't trying to start controversy. But what she said still caught the attention of fans and analysts across the basketball world. Because whenever one of the most recognizable players in the sport speaks about the direction of the league, people naturally start listening more closely. And now a growing number of fans are asking a simple question. Did Caitlin Clark just highlight an important point about the future of the WNBA? Over the last year, the WNBA has experienced one of the most exciting periods of growth in its history. Arena attendance is rising in multiple cities, television ratings have improved compared to previous seasons, and social media engagement around the league has increased dramatically. Much of this new attention is connected to the arrival of Caitlin Clark, whose incredible college career turned her into one of the most talked-about basketball players in the world before she even entered the professional league. From deep three-point shots to creative passing and court vision, Clark's style of play has captured the imagination of basketball fans everywhere. And when a player brings that level of attention to a league, every interview and every public comment begins to carry extra weight. When Clark was asked about discussions happening around the league and among players, she kept her answer thoughtful and realistic. She explained that players often rely on the leadership within the players' union to represent them during important conversations about the future of the league. Clark pointed out that with more than 100 athletes in the league, it is not always possible for every player to participate in every meeting or discussion. Schedules are complicated, players travel frequently, and sometimes conversations happen when athletes are preparing for games, practices, or other commitments. Because of that, she emphasized the importance of trusting the representatives who communicate with the league on behalf of the players. Her message suggested collaboration and trust are key elements when it comes to moving the sport forward. Even though Clark's comments sounded simple on the surface, many fans quickly began analyzing what they might mean within the bigger picture of the WNBA.
I think as a kid, sometimes you would struggle to be able to get your hands on, whether it was on TV or whether you were trying to stream it on YouTube or whatever site it was. I remember growing up, it was probably harder, especially even for the World Cup. Obviously, the Olympics are pretty accessible, but I think obviously making this more accessible to our fans and to the younger generation, whether young girls or young boys that, want to watch basketball or enjoy basketball, or obviously there's people that are really craving this product right now. So it makes me super excited. I think that adds a fun element, and, I know people will certainly be tuning in.
Right now, the league is experiencing important discussions about its future direction, business growth, and long-term opportunities. The WNBA Players Association represents the interests of players during these conversations, helping ensure that athletes have a voice in decisions that shape the league. Because of this, whenever a prominent player like Caitlin Clark talks about trust, communication, and leadership, fans naturally begin discussing how those words connect to the broader conversations happening behind the scenes. Some fans believe Clark was simply giving a thoughtful and balanced answer. Others think her comments reflect the reality that the league is entering a new era where every decision will matter more than ever. One thing is clear. Women's basketball is currently experiencing a powerful moment of momentum. More young athletes are entering the league with large followings from their college careers, more media outlets are covering WNBA games and storylines, and more fans around the world are discovering the excitement and talent that exists within the league. This kind of growth creates opportunity, but it also creates responsibility. Leagues that experience rapid growth must carefully decide how to expand, how to support their players, and how to continue building relationships with fans. That is why the conversations happening around the WNBA right now feel so important to many observers. While fans debate interviews and comments, Caitlin Clark herself has continued focusing on preparation and improvement. Professional basketball seasons are demanding, and Clark experienced a particularly intense schedule during her transition from college to the WNBA. After finishing a historic college career, she moved almost immediately into the professional game, competing against experienced veterans while adjusting to a completely new environment. Because of that demanding schedule, the off-season became an important opportunity for recovery and development. Clark has spoken about the work she has done to strengthen her body, improve conditioning, and make sure she returns to the court feeling even better than before. For athletes at the highest level, these periods of focused training can make a huge difference when the next season begins. Clark also mentioned spending time playing pickup games and practicing in competitive environments to maintain her rhythm and conditioning. For many elite players, off-season workouts include intense scrimmages designed to keep their skills sharp while improving endurance. These sessions allow athletes to test their decision-making, refine their shooting mechanics, and build the stamina required for long professional seasons. Clark's dedication to these training sessions reflect the mindset that helped make her one of the most exciting players in basketball. Even during quieter months away from official games, the preparation continues. What makes Clark's comments especially interesting is the influence she now has within the sport. Millions of fans who followed her college career have continued supporting her at the professional level. That means when she speaks about the future of the league, her words reach an audience far beyond traditional WNBA followers. This increased visibility has helped bring new conversations and new attention to women's basketball. And as the league continues to grow, voices like Clark's will likely play an important role in shaping how fans understand the direction of the sport. At the end of the day, Caitlin Clark's message seemed centered on one key idea. The WNBA has an incredible opportunity right now. The league is gaining attention, new fans are discovering the sport, and the next chapter of women's basketball is beginning to take shape. If the current momentum continues, the WNBA could reach levels of popularity and influence that were difficult to imagine just a few years ago. And with players like Caitlin Clark continuing to inspire excitement on and off the court, the future of the league looks brighter than ever.